Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm out here with Ryan Nims. We came out here back in, was it August? Maybe it was July. And we built up a bunch of nucs that he uses to make up for any of his losses that he has throughout the winter time. Well, today we're going to check on those. We're also going to do some oxalic acid treatments. We have a bunch planned today, so it's definitely going to be a fun one. Come on.
I like to give them a little warning shot.
Yep. So as fall comes around and it starts getting colder and darker, the queen bee will usually start to lay fewer eggs. It's pretty cool how the change in seasons affect her. The worker bees help out with this too by not feeding her as much, which lets her know it's time to save energy for winter. Instead of making lots of new bees, the colony focuses on keeping their current bees healthy and making sure they have enough food to last through the winter. It's all about making it through the cold months. And what we saw here today is that a lot of his colonies are starting to slow down their laying. I've been noticing this too in most of my yards, except for the hives that may be a little bit behind on timing. So what do you guys think? Does that mean we're about to have a really cold winter coming up?
These look like latch jaws to me, I think.
Dang, and they are calm.
Yeah. That's what these carnies do. They get rid of their workforce and they just leave these little young patches behind them. They don't eat a lot during the winter.
Yeah.
That's
what you want to.
all bruises. Oh, there's a little patch of bruise.
Yeah, a little bit.
So what I've been doing in that is I just put a little bit of an apitab in there when I see brood.
An apitab, what is that?
Half an apitab. I'll show you. We want to work them up because we want to, folic acid ain't going to work. They're all clustered.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, that bee has pollen on its legs.
Does it?
Yeah. They're bringing in something. Surprising.
I always like to look and see how clean they're keeping things.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed some bees, they don't even care about the bottom board, and other ones will clean it up.
I look for drones. I still have drones.
Yep.
Then I'm looking for greasy looking bees, black bees, anything that's got viruses.
Yep.
And I'm not seeing that, so.
No, they look good. No decorn wing virus either.
They're real. Just see that one. It just had. Just all little young bees.
Yeah, good.
But we want them on deep foundation in the spring, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is what I've been doing.
So you're putting honey on the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Putting on the bottom. Oh shit. This box is all blown out. That's pretty heavy actually.
So why on the bottom and not on the top?
Well, I want all my bees to be on deep frames in the spring.
Oh, okay, I see.
I don't want them on that honeycomb.
Yep, okay.
And then now it just needs an oxalic acid treatment and a mouse guard.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important to get your mouse guards on early this year because there's a lot of mice. If you think your hive can defend itself, not this year.
Oh.
Wet summer like this, there's like 10 times the mice. He's good to go. Then we'll
How much does one of these bags run?
I don't know, Chubb buys it.
Oh, okay.
I just tell him I need it and he orders it.
Yeah.
I like this stuff, it pours real nice. From Better Bee. It's really nice stuff. Pours in there really nice. So once that starts gassing off, the bees are going to shoot up in one corner. So I like to move it around a little bit.
Yeah.
I know there's faster methods, but I like the wand because it's slower. It's like spray painting. It's like spray painting.
Okay.
and I can move that wand around, and I can get a really effective one. First treatment's really, really effective.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to give that one an Apotab. Right, I forgot about that. These are Apotab. It's a bee supplement, but they're full of thymol.
So do they have other things in them too, since you said
Yeah,
they're a supplement?
there's lots of things in them.
Okay.
But thymol's good for the gut one time
Yeah.
in the fall, and this actually knocks the mites down if you put it on top. The
Okay.
bees have to attack it for it to work.
Okay.
I tried putting it in the middle, and it just kind of maintained the mite level. But if you put it on top, I'm seeing them 90% drop just with these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're working. Over here. Yeah, see, they're getting feisty now. Let's stick that there. They'll chew on that.
Alright, well now I don't feel so bad about when I used OA and I didn't use a mask.
Oh, well, the wind's blowing it that way.
It is. Oh.
Hold on, so I got one more trick.
Okay. Also, it's worth mentioning that today is most likely the last warm day we're going to have here in Michigan. Last time I checked it was like 72. And then it's going to start going down to like 50s and 40s, so looks like the bees are right on time. Oh, what's that? Oh, to seal cracks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're breaking the propolis seal, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
The box is broke. I don't know why. No problem, we'll fix it. Hey man, my equipment's old.
That's alright. Gotta start somewhere.
Alright. Yeah, they're pretty calm. Well, they got rid of their workforce. That's just young bees. What it is.
Yeah, so you don't even need a suit with them right now.
No. Is that a high beetle?
Yeah.
The Apotabs are good on high beetles too.
Oh, alright. See some little drones down in there.
See how small they are?
Yeah.
Little winter bees.
I mean, that's about right though for this time of year.
That wasn't good. Don't bump them. It's better if you use a shim with those.
Okay, makes sense.
Now see, this one's kind of light. It's probably got enough for winter, but it could use some more honey. So I'll leave some honey for them to feed on over here. So they shrink that brood nest down. I'll open feed them right out in front here, and that way we're trying to shut that nest down right now. Most of them are broodless. I was surprised that one had brood, honest with you. This eye's already looking frisky.
Oh yeah, they're active.
So we're going to be careful with this one.
Okay.
They already sent out guard bees. They already sent me a warning shot, so we just got to be a little more gentle here. We don't want them to get all upset.
Oh yeah, look at that. That looks good.
That's all, honey. I take and smoke it real good and run that queen out of there. In case there's a queen in there, I like to smoke them real good. Queen will run like crazy from the smoke.
Oh, I know. I've noticed whenever I smoke from the bottom, she ends up running to the top.
Now see, this is all bee food here. We're going to feed it back. That's what we come here for. We're going to feed just to the Nucs.
So what Ryan is doing here is he's taking the excess honey that he's finding on some of these bigger colonies and he's taking it to feed back to some of the weaker colonies. This is a form of equalizing that he's found to work best for him. So his plan is to take these boxes and set them out so that the bees can then rob them out. In all honesty, I'm not the biggest fan of open feeding, but that's the cool part about beekeeping. There are so many different ways to do things.
See how slow they're moving? This little young winter bee.
Yeah.
They're just going down. I'm not hurting them at all.
No, not at all.
Here. Yeah, so we got some good old bee food right here. Grade A. Highly nutritious. I probably fed back $8,000 worth of honey this year.
Did you really?
8,000 pounds. Yep.
Yeah, how would you say this year went in terms of your flow? Was it a
I
good
made
year,
like
or?
150 pounds on some of them.
Oh, wow.
Fall flow is just incredible.
That's good.
But I had them all set up to do good too. You know, the ones that weren't set up, I didn't do no splits. You know, it just.
Yeah, of course. Ryan usually splits his hives in August to prepare them for the winter, but this year he decided to leave them as bigger hives, so that's what he's talking about here.
You don't want to leave that apple in there because it'll get into your wax, and then it helps the mites build immunity to it.
Yep. And I wonder too if Apivar can affect the brood that is developing in the cells that have that wax that's contaminated with Apivar. If you guys know anything about that, definitely let's chat in the comments. But we were trying to hurry and get through this yard as quickly as possible. And there's one thing he hasn't showed us yet, and that is his way of using mouse guards. Alright, so he's putting down some hardware cloth for a mouse guard, but big enough hole they can still fly through, but no mice can get through. Taking out all the Apivar strips, flipping boxes so that the mediums are on the bottom, doing an OA treatment. We are just about done with this yard.
Seems like everything's alive, eh?
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. I got some honey over here in the truck that we're going to take to the next yard. Those Nucs that I was telling you guys about that we did back in July. Going to give those to those.
We're going to feed some back.
Okay.
We got honey we're going to feed back here too.
Oh, cool. All right.
I want them to pack that nest.
Yeah.
Choke that nest out so they don't brood back up.
Yep.
We don't want them making brood when there's nothing coming in to make brood with.
It's pointless. We'll just waste their energy.
You know, you start running this many hives, you got to start thinking a little smarter.
Yep, you do. And how to make it as efficient as possible.
We burned through that like it's nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Holy cow. Thank you so much for helping.
Yeah, not a problem.
You don't even know. I'm like out of gas, you know. This is such a big help.
Yeah, Casey and I haven't really done much with our bees since August. Because, I mean, what we decided to do was just do the mite treatments, feed them, and then just leave them alone and let them do their thing, so.
It probably feels good again. Of course, you're probably not getting stung up in that new suit.
Yeah. I haven't gotten stung yet. But, yeah, it feels good to do bee work again. Whew. Looks like they're really getting some extra feed today. When we were out here back in July, these were only single boxes. Now, looks like they have a double stack on them. These are all 4x4 frame setups.
Wow, these things look nice.
Something about late summer queens or summer solstice.
Yeah, these would be really good honey producers, I'm sure.
They always do really good. So these hives all started off as just 2 frame splits. It was 1 frame of brood and 1 frame of resources. And this is the part of beekeeping that can always just be so hit or miss. You never know if they're actually going to perform well, especially because he was putting in virgin queens. So he also was waiting to see if they'd come back from mating flights. But all in all, I think these hives look absolutely great. He doesn't have a single one that is dead. Some of them are a little bit weak, but that's already a given. But I think these are going to come out of winter looking really good and ready to take on the spring flow. I think this is my favorite part about beekeeping, that you can plan everything and sometimes it can just not go according to plan. Now, maybe that could also be a part of beekeeping that many don't like. But at the same time, it always keeps you on your toes and it always helps you think more creatively of how you should do things and how you should build your whole system of your apiary. I really like how Ryan has these boxes set up. They have a dividing board down the middle with 4 frames on one side and 4 frames on the other side. So these run 2 colonies. throughout the winter time, and they're able to share heat with that dividing board because they'll end up clustering against it and that heat can cross through the wood. This is the legendary Mike Palmer method. He's the one that first started doing this out of Vermont, and it's a really cool way to make up for any of your winter losses that you have throughout the winter time. Because if you have a production hive, a 10 frame deep, that the hive ended up collapsing, you can just plug one of these into there and they will absolutely explode. There is something about overwintering bees in this kind of setup where they're condensed down on a minimum amount of frames, more vertically than having to spread out. That is why Casey and I also like overwintering in a 5/5 setup. And what I've always seen is once springtime rolls around, these bees mean business and they grow so fast.
Buzzing in the background.
Something weird's been going on with my microphone set, but what I was saying here is that all in all, these hives look great. Not a single one of them was dead. I put in all the APA tablets and pulled out the Apivar strips, so they're looking pretty good.
Huh.
That's impressive.
That's just a miracle. Well, thanks, Emily, for your help. And thanks for coming out today and helping me get over this hump. I've been doing this for days. But now I got my mouth guards on. The bees are all getting that final treatment.
Yep.
Got these beautiful nests. Now what I'm doing is I'm open feeding the fall flow back. This is all really good honey. I'm feeding it back to them. I want to choke that brood nest out so they don't brood back up.
Yep.
So that's what we're doing here with the honey. If you feed these bees these young Nucs sucrose syrup, they got to process that. It kind of sets them back. So either you want to feed them honey, fondant, or an inverted syrup. That way you're not putting that on them where they got to process that stuff. So that's what I think anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I do. That microwave fondant recipe is just a miracle on that stuff.
Yeah,
Bees just blow up on it. They draw a white comb during the winter, blow it. I mean, it's just fondant's really a great feed. And that's probably about all I'll be feeding from now on is fondant. Actually, when I do feed, I haven't had to feed this year. Very little chemical treatments with a drone brood removal. And that's the only reason this was 100% success is because these bees were clean, they were healthy. I keep pulling out the drone brood. There's no mites. 70% of the drones are or 70% of the mites are in the drones. By day 3, 60% of those mites will drip into other colonies. So, last thing you want to do is produce drones. Pull them drones out. You'll have big, beautiful yards. Things just get so easy. So easy.
Yep. We're going to be trying that out next year, that's for sure.
Can you think of anything else? These are your babies too. I mean, you did these splits with me, so I mean, you made all those splits, so that's all on you right there.
Yeah, they came a long way. They're looking good. I'm excited to see how they do in the
Yeah, these are going to be some big-time honey producers right here.
Oh yeah, they will be.
They're all beautiful carnies. Yeah, you notice they pack that honey around the nest, where the Italians will put it above them, but they just pack that nest all around honey because that's insulation.
Yeah, and they don't have to cook much either.
Yeah. And then you don't even really need smoke to work them right now because they get rid of all their, the old bees, the guard bees.
Yeah, I stopped using the smoke.
And the Italians, that's what they do. I mean, they keep them, they keep them long just in case something else. Italians don't get rid of their young. So we're choking them out too right now.
Yep.
I've fed about 8,000 pounds of honey back. So.
Wow. All right, there's one more thing that we forgot to talk about.
This is with bee feeding this honey back, it's called a mechanical mite treatment. This is another mechanical mite treatment. I'm choking that nest down. They can't make more bees. They can't make more mites, right? So that itself is a mechanical treatment. There's different mechanical treatments that don't cost us anything, that just slaughter the mites. They get the mites that you can't get with chemicals.
Yep.
So that's it.
Yeah, but it's good to combine both together. That's where you get the best.
Yeah, that's what's working for me. I still use chemicals, but I didn't use chemicals till August. So.